So I've got an expression here. I need to expand the brackets and simplify it. Now this is quite a complicated looking expression here. I've got m squared, I've got a fraction inside the brackets, I've got an m squared in the brackets and a fraction outside the brackets. But the rules when we're expanding brackets still apply. So first of all, let's have a look at this first term. So what my goal is here is to multiply this 3m over 2 with this and this. So now I've got 3m over 2 times 4, which I write as 4 over 1. And then I subtract it with 3m over 2 multiplied by 3m squared. And I write that's 3m squared over 1. So that takes care of that. Now here we've got to be a little bit careful. We've got a minus sign here. Now we've got a 3m squared and a 4 over m. Those two terms without the minus are both positive. So I can just continue writing this as minus 3m squared times 4 over m. That's fine. So that's taking care of that. But this is where we need to be careful here. So I've got a minus 3m squared and a minus 2 here inside the brackets. So with minus times minus, I have to have positive. So now I've got plus 3m squared over 1 times 2 over 1. So that's how I'm going to write that. And the same here, I write that as over 1 as well. So now this is still the same as this in terms of its value. I've not changed the value of this expression at all, but it's looking a lot more difficult to deal with. But we're going to go along and we can try and simplify this and get it in some sort of simpler terms. So can we cross cancel anything? Well, 3m and 1, no. 2 and 4 we can. So 2 2s are 4, so that can be 1 and that'll be 2. 3m and 1, 3m squared and 2, nothing. 4 and 1, nothing. But here, 3m squared and m. If you do 3m squared divided by m, we can then end up with 3m over 1. So m squared divided by m is just m. And if I write it like this, m squared over m, that just becomes m over 1. So that's how I'm going to write this. So cancel that squared term and just write that as a 1. And that will take care of that. And then here, 1's in the denominators. I can't do no more with that. Okay, now let's multiply these terms out and use the relevant operators. So 3m times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then that's just m. I'm going to write that over 1. That's my numerator, 1 times 1. And then minus 3m times 3m squared. Well, that's going to give me 3 3s and 9. M times m squared is m cubed. And then 2 times 1 is 2. That's my denominator. And then subtract 3m times 4 for my numerator. That's going to give me 12m. And then 1 times 1 is 1. And now here I've got 3m squared times 2. 3 2s are 6. So I've got plus 6m squared all over 1. Right, so see if there's any like terms. Well, I've got m and m here. So 6m minus 12m, that's going to give me minus 6m. So I'm going to write this as minus 6m. And my fraction, I'm going to leave that for now because that's over 1. So that can stay as it is. M cubed, this is the only term here. So I can write minus 9m cubed over 2. And then here I've got plus 6m squared over 1, which I can write as just plus 6m squared. Okay, so that I can declare as my final answer.